welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
All right, here we go. It is the Friday KVJ After the Show podcast. Looking forward to a nice little weekend here. Got a gazillion different things that you could get into if you want to see the full list that we ran down on the regular show. Go to kvjshow.com. It's going to be posted up there. Might be going tonight to go see Old Dominion. We'll see. The Queen's going to check in on tickets and that. They're going to be at Hard Rock Live.
Oh.
Solid group. Yep.
Old Kevin going to Old Dominion.
Yes.
Get out tonight. Shake the dust off that thing.
That's right. Might be doing that. So we'll see what happens. So it's going to be going down. If not, probably just checking out some of the high school football playoffs, championships going on today. Best of luck to West Boca. They're going to be playing in 2 hours.
Whoa. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Went out there last Friday to see them take home that win against Miami Southridge. So solid team. In 2021, they only had one win. And now look at that. They're in the state championship.
Dang.
Yeah.
We both have big days today. I got something at noon, too. It's kind of big.
Yeah?
I'm getting a haircut. So
That's
I
awesome.
get the excitement.
Yeah.
I get the feel.
Mm-hmm.
A lot in the air.
Virginia, you had 3 parties yesterday.
Ugh, there's a lot of parties.
Yeah. And you seem like you're fresher today. What's going on this weekend? Do you have any other parties?
So tonight is family date night. We're all doing family night since Magnolia's back in town.
What are we doing? What's going on with that?
So I think we're going to go to this new restaurant in Tequesta called Lila.
Okay.
It's my girlfriend just opened it up, and it's beautiful. We went for the friends and family night, but now I want to go back like a real customer and like support her. It is delicious. She really did a fabulous job on this restaurant. So I like her, and I like supporting her business.
Okay.
I'll be there tonight. Tomorrow, I've got another big, huge Christmas party. Like it's a Christmas dinner.
A dinner?
It's a seated dinner.
Okay.
For like 40 people.
Wow.
Yeah, and in our friend's house. He tricks it out for Christmas.
I was going to say, you got to have a big place if you can fit 40 people.
Yeah, he does.
For
Or
dinner.
you could have a small place and not just give a fuck about the people.
Yeah, people just hanging out windows.
Make everybody lap up.
Yeah. That would be something, huh?
That might be a fun party anyway, if you just have everybody lap up.
Everyone's got to eat their dinner, but they have to straddle one another.
Uh-huh.
And it's a mixed bag. You don't know who you're going to eat with.
Somebody's getting pregnant.
We sit on Santa's lap for Christmas. You could kind of have the same theme.
It doesn't have to be sexual.
You shouldn't straddle him, though.
Okay. Here's somebody that had their own cookie party. Luz sent this in. She said, I got a friend that's been doing this 14 years straight. Store-bought cookies, not allowed, must be homemade. Super fun. What a great concept. So everybody's just got plates of cookies there. I guess you get to take a little variety home.
Yes. That's what I did last night. It was going off.
That produces a cookie boner.
I have so many cookies in my house right now, Jay Bird. You would love it because everybody got to leave with a giant container of cookie, like one of each or two of each. And there was about 50 different cookies.
Yeah, there it goes. Popped right up.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Got an email here from Catherine. She said, Virginia is so funny. She's all about eating elevated foods and her filtered water at home. And then she binge drinks and drinks Fireball that has propylene glycol in it.
I know.
That is close to antifreeze.
I know. I don't drink a lot of Fireball anymore because when I found out what was in it, I really did cut back on it.
Okay.
Don't sound like you have.
She said it's been banned in Europe.
Yeah, it's true. She's right.
Okay. All right.
Now here in America, we don't give a shit about our stomachs.
Yeah.
Or our citizens.
It is interesting what we pick and choose to put in our bodies.
Yes.
I'm not giving up the alcohol. I'll give up a lot of things, but I'm not giving up the alcohol.
Okay, then you can't get on my ass about having frozen pizza then. I'll have my
You
frozen.
drink just as much as me.
I do. That's bullshit. I drink a lot when I'm around you. I do not drink as much. Yeah, I'll tear it
Are
up
you
with
saying you have to be drunk to be around me?
No, it just works out that way. But you drink way more than I do.
Whatever.
Now, look,
No.
I'm not saying I'm not that innocent,
Yeah, Britney Spears.
but you are the champ.
Okay.
You keep it going and going.
I do. But then eventually, you saw yesterday, my body just said 6 days, but bitch, no.
I don't know. I mean, all you do is really you take a power nap and then you went to 3 more parties. So I'm not sure you really got. I don't know. I think you did all right.
We were talking earlier about the raise in price of YouTube going up to $83 a month when just about 7 years ago they were half the price at $35. And so far it'll be interesting to see who balks and who doesn't. But the one comment that I did see about it was everybody went to YouTube to cut the cord to get away from cable, and now it seems like it's come full circle because it's just kind of caught up to where cable was.
Right.
But Christina laid it out because that was my one question. If Christina's numbers are right, she said cable was $260. Now with YouTube TV plus Wi-Fi, it's $130. So if that is correct, if that's what she's paying, then yeah, it's still half the price. So it's still a great thing.
Everything you said today or earlier in the show, it would be cheaper for me to do YouTube, the thing you have, YouTube TV. It would be cheaper than my cable bill right now. But it's a trap. I'm not buying into. I know they're gonna fuck me somehow, and it's gonna end up being a sea hair more than I was paying. I can just feel it.
So we went from doing, DirecTV with AT&T. It was a bundle, They do the internet and they do the satellite little TV, whatever thing. And it was expensive. And then they lost the DirecTV, lost the NFL ticket. So Panda actually found a better deal for internet through our cell phone carrier, cut the price in half for our internet. Well, we were paying AT&T. We pay half now with T-Mobile internet.
Yeah, that's really awesome. And I hear people, and that's what a lot of the emails that we have here are people just talking about how to do it.
Shake it up.
It just keeps changing. You have to be so up on it that I get lost in it. And to me, just for convenience, I mean, I still have cable, and honestly, I still use that a lot. I mean, I do go to apps and streaming services and whatnot, but I still ride cable a lot just because I know where it is. It doesn't change. It's just there. And I know what I got.
It's an old friend. You know, you can talk to it.
It is.
You're an old friend. It is. I mean, old people don't like change.
I don't think
it's just to me. It's like who got the freaking time? I
Right,
just don't.
right.
I don't have time for that.
you'd have to be such an organizational dick to the point that's all your focus. It's almost like a second job.
It is
to
right.
It
take
is.
care of all
And
that.
then with the prices, look, these streaming prices they change because if it's not one platform, it's another. And I do several. I mean, we got the HBO and the Amazon Prime, and do a lot of those. Try to stay up on everything. We got the Hulu somehow.
Because then at one point I go, Bird, how much do you need? How much do you really need? If you were taken hostage and all they gave you was HBO Go or whatever, you'd be so pumped just having that. So I try to go in that hostage mindset, and that I think is going to help me knock down some of my bills.
Hostage mindset.
It's the hostage. I think the shedding of the bills hostage edition. I think it gets me focused. Think about that for a second.
It's going to take me longer in a second.
Can I get back to you on Monday?
Yeah.
You sure can.
Yeah. Well, my thing is a lot of these platforms, they have a great show that I really want to see. Like Hulu, Only Murders in the Building. I've loved that. If it didn't have that, I don't even know what else I'd watch on Hulu. Amazon, kind of the same. They've got that show that I really want to see, or I really want to know what it's all about to be able to talk about it on the show. And so, yeah, you kind of get strung out across all these different platforms. Now, Jeff said, you need to try Hotwire, Kev. I pay $55 for my internet and my access to basic general TV. I have Disney, Amazon Plus, Netflix, and Hulu. I pay on the side individually, and then I also subscribe to the NFL ticket on YouTube, which is like $450 a year, but my bill is $55 for Hotwire and like $12 to $15 for each other item that I get. So I'm like $140 total So that's what his rate is. And I guess that's
140 total for everything.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I guess. Isn't it crazy how much we're paying for content these days? Corinne, she said, you can get all the NFL games on the Fire Stick via the Cinema app.
The fuck is that?
I know. See, that's just it. There's just so many. There's apps and sticks and like what?
Cinnamon apps?
Cinnamon sticks.
I don't have
Ooh.
cinnamon stick apps.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
I want to pay a low price. I want everything condensed. I want it just in one little convenient package for me.
But then they're going to switch it up on you. And so you're just going to have to
Right.
keep doing the research and keep switching when they switch.
Right.
It's exhausting.
That's what it is. I've realized that's not able to be in my life right now. So I need either a consultant or I need KVJ Nation to keep helping me out. But I'm sticking with what I got. That's why I'm not veering off of the cable. And that's why it's still my primary, because it just doesn't change. It's just there and has been for a long time. Gary says you need to check out Superbox, maybe
Superbox.
S5 or S6.
Check it out. I have it.
That thing, Superbox.
Yeah, Amazon or Walmart. I got a box and I get everything. You purchase the box for about $350. There's no more payments. I had mine for about 5 years and I love it. All football, all the time.
Superbox. That'd be a good movie.
I feel like people are just making things up and sending me emails.
Yeah, what? It's Superbox. What?
Cinnamon box. What?
Cinnamon stick Superbox. What?
What is all this stuff?
Kevin, try Firefuck. It's this new.
Firefuck.
It's this new app, free programming.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm with what I got right now. I keep an eye on it, but I'm good. I feel like I'm covered. And like I said, I'm going to put together my little list of what I need to be watching, what I haven't seen yet, prioritize it. And then if I see there's a show that I really need to watch and I don't have that platform, then I will address it then.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of, after talking about all that, I now want cinnamon sticks.
Cinnamon.
I kind of want a firefuck.
Oh, my gosh. Don't ever say that, and don't ever look at me like that.
Ew.
Oh, my God. Oh, jeez.
Not you.
No, it didn't matter. It was off. The whole
You
thing.
don't want me to even say it near
The whole,
you.
you're like, I can Firefuck. It's weird, dog.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm weird.
Did you hear that people are now donating for the defense of Luigi Mangione?
I did hear that.
Some people have actually contacted his attorney and said, we'll pay all the legal fees. The attorney says he's not accepted that, but apparently they got like a GoFundMe going with about $50K in it right now.
Who's the administrator of the GoFundMe if the lawyer doesn't want it?
It's online fundraisers. They don't give names.
You got to be careful because any schmuck can set up a GoFundMe and you think you're contributing to Luigi and it's really just some rando. Mm-hmm. Be very careful.
Heather said the thing that kind of jumped out to me, he's young. He started withdrawing from family and friends over the past few months. I guess he hadn't talked to his family in 4 months. I'm not sure what the relationship was with his mom. That's, my oldest son. He has a friend of a friend that knew the guy and said that apparently they have a very strained relationship. And what Heidi sent us, she said, could it be schizophrenia or a massive mental health condition? Absolutely. She said
Totally.
that schizophrenia typically develops in early adulthood between late teens and your early 30s. He was 26. So, yeah, it could have been. The pain that he had really could have changed him. Who knows? Could have been delusional, paranoid.
And, I mean, it left him impotent.
Yeah.
His injuries from the surfing accident left him unable to be romantic.
Mm-hmm.
Show me a guy that's going to deal with that well.
Right.
It doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Not a young guy like him.
A
Yeah.
Jedi, maybe. They're so disciplined.
They're not real.
I'm saying something like maybe like a monk.
Jedis aren't real.
I'm
right?
saying like a monk then, okay? How about that one? They're real. They practice discipline. Never mind. I'm trying to get in the conversation. Sing for my supper, Kev.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
knew
just
you were
being a
over there working.
firefuck.
I know you're over there working it. Yeah. Somebody had sent a text earlier in the show, and they said that somebody has released, I guess, the concepts that CEO had given to United Healthcare that saved them a ton of money and had wound up causing a lot of people to not get their bills paid. And they said it made them look like a real fuckface. I haven't seen that yet, but that's kind of the narrative. What I've heard from inside of United Healthcare, people talked about what a great guy he was and how they loved him. And he was just, everyone was a big fan of his. He was so nice to everyone. But yeah, you know, the stuff that's circulating online, they're trying to really create a narrative that this guy was a terrible person, almost deserved what he got. So I assume that's what that is. I haven't seen that yet, though.
None of us know, because none of us knew that guy.
And the internet's going to paint all kind of different fucking pictures. No one's going to really know until... there's still a lot of details that come out still.
Well, the thing that's going on, though, is, you know, a lot of people are online looking at stuff, and they start reading that, and if they're in that mindset, this is why you're going to have people that are going to act out and shoot a CEO on the streets of New York City.
Well, that's what worries me about, and not to a level like that, but, you know, older relatives that I have that really have gotten addicted to just staying online and reading everything. They don't do anything with their life other than go to the grocery store, eat, and come back home and read crazy shit online. And that's, if you keep doing that over and over again and you're just reading nothing but negative, I think it does really play a part in your psyche.
Oh, no,
Absolutely.
Look how many people have been indoctrinated into terrorism because they've gone on there and they've just been fed a steady diet of this stuff, and they get indoctrinated. And next thing you know, they're part of Al-Qaeda, and there's some white guy out of Michigan. And you're like, what?
Well, think about, too, if your spirit is low anyway, and then on top of that, you're not doing anything productive, and then all you're doing is reading negative shit online, that's a recipe for, you know...
Yeah, it does.
Some shit.
Look,
I'm not saying you're going to murder, but you're not going to be a pleasant person to be around.
You got to always be conscious of what you're putting in your head, because it starts to mold and shape you. And you can go from somebody that's normal, level-headed individual, and if you put enough crap in it, you'll become a twisted mess that would go out and hunt somebody down on a street and gun them down.
I mean, your thoughts and your thinking is, other than your physical health, it's the most important thing you have.
You always got
to have your head.
You always need to be thinking about what you're spending your time ingesting, not just food, but also in your brain and what you're spending your time thinking on. Because, yes, you can become radicalized otherwise.
Or you can just become depressed, too. I mean, and being radicalized is such an extreme thing. But even just on a low energy level, you can get really depressed. And I've seen family members do that.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, it all seems to be tied together. Your diet, your sleep, what you're thinking about, all those things make you who you are. Now, Nicole had a thought about those drones over New Jersey, which is just, to me, it's the craziest story we've had since the Chinese spy balloon.
Yeah, to me, this is almost crazier.
It is now crazier. You're right, it is.
Because I did a deep dive in it last night, and it's pretty fucking insane.
It's really insane. I can't stop. That's what I've been ingesting my time in. I hear John Kirby, who seems like a level-headed guy, but I just like, are you gaslighting all of us? You can't be serious.
I fell into the rabbit hole. I was a good hour into just reading and listening and just kind of seeing what the heck's going on. And the thing that really stood out to me was the fact that they really are tracing these back to the water.
Yes.
And then they can't find them. Unless they're flat out lying to us, which is always a possibility, but they're saying they'll have an eye view on something and then it's gone. No one can track it.
And they think it came out of the water.
That's what some people are saying, and they're starting to lean. It's on that coastline area by the water.
So many people are seeing it. They're asking for them to pay attention to them. And why people are getting now angry is because the White House is dismissing everybody's complaints. And even the senators are speaking out. And the one senator said, yeah, it was an Iran ship, blah, blah, blah. Immediately, the spokesperson for the Pentagon said, yeah, that's not true. It's nothing. And they're like, what is it? Like, yeah, I don't know. It's not a big deal. You're fine.
What?
And that's just, and everybody's like, tell us what the fuck it is already. And they won't. And so people are really legit starting to get upset. And I saw a heat map from Monmouth County, New Jersey, and it showed where all the sightings are. It's intense. Their sky is filled with these things. And they're like, just, will you tell me what the hell it is? Because you say it's not a big deal and it's no threat to me, but when things are flying above my house and have an I just want to know what the hell it is.
Right.
I deserve to know.
I was watching some of the videos, and it's crazy because some of these things are flying pretty darn low to a point where you can see detail on them from an iPhone. I mean, pretty good detail, and they're the size of a car or even a small plane.
Yeah, I saw somebody had taken a really nice camera, and I don't know if it's legit or what it is, but somebody had said they took a really nice camera, got a close-up shot of it, and it looks like a glowing orb.
Yes, I saw that video as well.
Yeah.
Some of them do look like drones, and then some of them do look like some kind of a craft of sorts.
Yeah, it looks like it has lights that is kind of rotating around it, almost like if you had an ornament on a Christmas tree, a round bulb kind of thing that had different light patterns that were swirling all around it, is what it looked like.
The one you're talking about right now with the swirling and all that has been seen for the last couple years now. That type of craft or whatever that is, and that's always showing up on all UFO or UAP kind of stations or channels, and it's got that weird thing in the middle. It looks almost energy or a ball of.
Yeah.
It's weird, Virginia.
That is weird.
Right.
We need to know what it is. I think people are just freaking out because it feels like they know and they won't tell us. Like they think that we can't handle it. But I mean, we're freaking out anyway.
Well, it doesn't make any sense. If you are the military, you could just tell the public we're running tests, and you're not giving anything away by saying that. You're not giving any secrets out. By if you are the military and you're freaking everyone out and you're not saying why, and then you're lying about it, I do think it's going to rub people the wrong way. It's not that it's going to matter because they're not going to give a shit anyway.
Yeah.
But you're not doing it right.
You just need to say, it's us. Don't worry. It's all good. You're safe. You're fine. We're in complete control of this. That's all they want to know is that someone is in complete control.
But why would it be so visible out in New Jersey of all places? And I'm really not clowning on New Jersey. It's so visible and it's so consistent.
Yeah. Allison said, I grew up in Monmouth County and there's a military base there. And that's the kind of stuff they're talking about, saying, why are you not worried that something you don't know is flying over something that you should care about?
So do we always have to just assume if they say, we don't know what it is, they always know what it is, and they're always going to be lying to us?
No, you don't know. You don't know what that's just it. The government's just screwed some things up. There's little trust that the American public has in our government now.
And I heard
for reasons like this.
Our people debating it last night. I forget what show it was. It was some UAP show. And basically just saying, does the military know? Is this something that they're okay with lying to people and that's just the way it goes?
It's very
There's a better
weird.
way to handle it.
It's very weird if they do know and then they're not telling people, but they're letting people just freak out.
Yeah.
That's not the appropriate way to handle it.
No, PR is a disaster.
But I mean, do they even care though if it's a shitty PR thing? Because even if it is, it's not going to matter. They're going to go, yeah, or whatever, on to the next thing. Even when people get mad, they don't care.
Well, people need to lose their jobs and they need to cancel programs that are getting funded that are doing these kind of things and are not being forthcoming with the American public in a right way. So that's how they need to go in there and shut it down. And they may. It'll be interesting to see. These are the kind of things that possibly could get shut down with the next administration.
It's pretty fucked when the best option is, it's the government lying to you. Because the other options are the government doesn't know what it is, and it's another country or it's something from another world.
Nicole said, are they all over the world? If so, then it's aliens. If it's only in the U.S., then it's human, and our government isn't telling us the truth.
It has been all over the world. Not right now consistently, but those kind of drones or whatever those are, they have been seen all over the world.
Yeah. Who knows?
Not at the same time now.
Remember, I brought it up on that day where the person who predicted the tsunami in 2004 said, this is when we're going to start having alien interactions on this date. And that was the day that they started.
And we have had a lot of consistent activity. Again, I'm not saying this is aliens.
Yeah.
You're hoping it is.
Mm-hmm.
I say that now, but if we were really, all of a sudden, aliens were here, holy shit, I'm pretty fucking freaked out.
Well, I mean, you do pay tribute to them, Alien Avenue. I think they're going to be nicer to you than like me, who's talked shit.
Or what if they go, typical human, always looking up to us, zap him? they're just dicks. They just, I mean, you don't know. You're right. I am so alien hopeful. But then all of a sudden, if aliens were really in my backyard.
You get zapped first because they think you're mocking them with Alien Avenue.
I would be so fucking worried if we had an Independence Day situation where a big ship was just hanging over New York. I'm pretty scared. Aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just hoping they zap you first.
They will. Because they know I want it so bad.
Michael said, hey, I'm a bit behind on the episodes, but I want to get your opinion. I just watched a documentary about the Ark of the Covenant. According to church leaders, the Ark of the Covenant has, for centuries, been closely guarded in Axum, that is in Ethiopia, the Church of St. Mary of Zion. Not even the high priest of Axum can enter its resting chamber. Its sole custodian is a virgin monk who cannot leave the sacred grounds until his death. I find it very fascinating that this method still takes place and no one has decided to just barge in and see if there's something to this theory, since it could answer a lot of questions. Virginia probably doesn't give a shit, but I'm curious as to your take on this.
Well, if something's so protected, I don't know if you can. If there's answers in that, I don't know if you're going to be able to barge in.
I feel like you could ass whoop a virgin monk. No problem.
I don't know about that. There's a lot of pent-up aggression in there. A lot of baby batter in the brain, if you know what I mean. I wouldn't fuck with that person.
Yeah, I mean, look at Luigi Mangione. Couldn't get it on. Look what he did.
Yeah, I think...
These virgin monks got to be taken seriously.
Who would you rather fight? The guy who's been getting laid all day or the guy who hasn't getting laid in 3 years? Give me the guy who's been getting laid all day. He's going to be a little slower.
Mm-hmm. So Michael says, do you think the actual Ark is there or if it really exists? No one knows. It is going to be a mystery. They've explained how it would have wound up there because you're like, what the hell is the Ark of the Covenant doing from Jerusalem, which it was last supposedly in the temple that Solomon had built. That is the popular tradition, but it was his son that had gotten hooked up with the Queen of Sheba. And so there was a route there, and they thought that maybe he took it as safety because right around then they had the Babylonian exile. So it's possible, but you're never going to know unless somebody storms that. Even if you storm it, they may have what looks like the Ark of the Covenant, and you wouldn't know if this is the legit one or not.
And you may think you're able to storm it, and then all of a sudden somebody comes out of the ground and stabs you.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that different specials about it. Yeah, if you had a tactical team, you could easily go in there and find out. But nobody wants to disrespect it, and they believe it, and so just let them have it.
Also, too, if you've seen this on Ancient Aliens, it is absolutely horseshit.
Yeah.
Ancient Aliens, you could tell that they run out of content and that they're reaching. That show me and Kevin love.
I would never watch it.
You would hate it because sometimes I even hate it because they'll trick me thinking all this cool shit's real. Then you look into it and go, these motherfuckers are reaching.
Mm-hmm. And a question here from Candace. She said, I know you guys all like each other, but I'm curious if on some breaks you just do your own thing and none of you talk. You must want just some quiet for a minute during the 4 hours of the show. She was just looking and seeing everybody kind of doing their own thing during commercial or song. Yeah, for me, I am just getting things lined up and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you might have heard like coming out of a commercial, I was supposed to play the Dirt of the Day bed and it played a damn song. And so, there's just a gazillion different things. So I cannot really break my focus and not pay attention to what the hell's going on minute to minute on the show. So that's why I stick to myself and I'm just reading and getting prepared for the next segment.
Yeah, and typically if me and Virginia aren't talking, that's usually because we're working on something or we just had a fight.
One or two options.
Yes, either we're both working on something because it does get quiet in here because we have stuff to work on, or there could be winter's coming. There could be a fight.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there is sometimes conversation, sometimes there's nothing, but not really a lot to read into it. It's just kind of how it goes.
Someone sent me a message one time. You guys don't even like each other. And it was a screenshot of all of us not even looking at each other during commercial break. I'm like, bitch, we're working.
If we had time, I was telling your daughter Caitlin this. Mm-hmm. I think it would be so fun for us to do a vacation together, and all of us and our families, all of our little group go together on a trip because we really do have fun when we're all together. We just just don't get that luxury enough.
Well, we all you guys have families too. Danny's got the new kid. It's very tough to get everyone together.
But if we could figure out a way,
Oh, yeah.
for all of us to together do something as a big group, that would be so much fun.
especially if it's not radio related, it's just you're there to have some fun.
It can be radio if it has to be, if that's what gets it paid for. I'm fine with that.
I'm talking about just it'd be nice just to kind of chill. Hey, what's up, Kev? Pass me the buttermilk pancakes.
Yeah.
Wherever we go, though, I mean, we probably need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we live in like 6 hotel rooms.
Yes, we
So
do.
we roll in deep.
Yeah, it would be a lot, but it would be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
I
Where,
agree.
where would the vacation take place, Virginia?
We could do a staycation, or we could go someplace and do like a flyaway. I've always wanted to bring you guys to Mardi Gras.
Oh yeah, that could be fun.
I would love to just. You're gonna hate it. I'd love to go out to like a cabin, get some cabins, be out in nature.
I would do that.
Nice weather. We'll get you an RV.
If it was us, I would totally do that.
Go in a canoe. Look at some trout. I don't know.
Last time I was in a canoe with Panda, he panicked and flipped the canoe over.
Well, Panda can watch.
Panda ain't gonna get no canoe.
He can go from
He had
the
no more canoeing
He
for him.
said
huh?
he's done with his canoe days.
You've ended it.
I ended his canoe. He didn't want to get in the canoe to begin with. He got in the canoe because I begged him to, and then I should have just let him stay on land.
Look, I would have shit myself because that is where all those moccasins and gators. This is Jonathan Dickinson, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would have freaked me out because there's a shit ton of gators in there and moccasins.
And, you know, as soon as the canoe flipped, of course, I had all my stuff, my little speaker, everything falls in the water. Out of nowhere, this fucking man of the woods who happened to be a KVJ Nationer goes, "No worries, no problem, I got this." He pulled a rope out of his satchel and made like a pulley, attached it to our boat, threw the rope over the tree, flipped our boat back, got all of our stuff back in the boat, and then was like, "Okay, love the show, bye."
Put his head under the water, ripped out a sand perch.
He fucking disappeared.
Really, just like that? Huh?
I've never
He's just
seen
gone?
anything like it.
How amazing!
It's like, hey, tell Kevin and Jason I said hi.
That's gotta be kind of surreal. You
It
just
was
flip a
so
canoe,
crazy.
and then a nationer comes up and saves your life.
We were about to, like, the canoe was going to sink. All the stuff was going to be gone, pecan. Like, there was no hope in sight. Panda was clinging to a tree. He was half submerged in the
Oh,
water.
you had to be so pissed.
And he was so mad because he did not want to go.
I can see that.
And I made him go in the canoe.
And it was miserable.
Oh gosh, that'd have been so shitty.
If we ever get that motherfucker back in a canoe again, it will be a big day.
And falling out of a canoe is jarring.
Well, he flipped us. If you know about canoe, you got to stay low, baby. You just got to stay low. And I was accidentally steering us into some low trees and brush.
Not
and stuff.
Captain Storms, not you. You're always so good at boating.
But what you do is you stay low. He instead stood up to panic and push us off the trees. And that's when he flipped the fucking canoe.
That sucks so bad.
Like, dude, no, you stay
I
low.
would have not liked that. Only because since I was a little kid, my dad always tried to warn me about the moccasins and the gators in that area.
Right.
If you stay low, you'll be fine. You'll be in the boat. Yeah, you might go under like some brush and there might be like a spider and all that might happen. But as soon as you stand up in a canoe,
Yeah, it's
you
over.
are going to flip it.
Stay low so when the gator does bite you, it only gets your leg.
Yeah, it could be fun. Boy, I saw that this judgment just came down. I had forgotten that Flo Rida had a deal with Celsius back in the day. Celsius got to be out of South Florida, right?
Yes, I think they are a South Florida company.
Yeah, I mean, I see it everywhere. I did my road trip, and I could get Celsius everywhere, but I thought it had its origins here.
It started here.
Because I know not only him, but there are other people in South Florida that seem to have Celsius deals.
Yes.
Like they're connected to it.
Very-
Tyler Cameron, right?
Yep, Tyler does. He does a lot of stuff with Piper's Angels, our charity that we help out with cystic fibrosis.
That was his mom's name?
No, Piper's a little girl.
Got ya.
The charity is named after a little girl with cystic fibrosis.
Got ya.
So Flo Rida was tied in with Celsius once upon a time, and I guess things did not end well, and he's got a court case trying to get his money.
Interesting.
And it was just upheld. He gets 750,000 shares of Celsius. I guess that's how they got him in.
Wow.
Keep in mind, I think they signed him when he was on top of the world.
Didn't he do the vitamin water?
I thought
No,
there
that
was
was
some,
50 Cent.
Oh, 50 Cent.
but I thought he had something else though. I thought he was.
I think he had another beverage.
I thought he had. I remember at the height he was getting some good deals.
Okay. Well, he had Celsius, and then he didn't. And he just got out of a court case where they upheld the judgment where he gets these 750,000 shares that must be given to the time when he got out of the stock. I guess it was back in 2021. And he's looking at as much as $82 million.
Whoa. That's certainly happy Merry Christmas.
You know what? Make as many albums as you want. It don't mean shit if they go anywhere.
You don't even need to worry about music again.
Make your own label.
Yeah, I mean, you wonder. I mean, I don't know that he's really trying too hard making music, but yeah, why? You don't even have to. I've seen photos of him in his house in Miami. It's freaking amazing already. And then if you got another 82 mil or possible 82 million coming towards you.
Even if you just cut that in half, what a nice windfall that is.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to be the full 82, but still. Yeah, you're right. Even if he gets 40 million.
I'm sure Celsius's lawyers will appeal, and this will go on for a while. But at the end of it, I mean, maybe he'll get half of that.
Yeah, good for him, because I know he was very aware of it. One of the first times when he just hit it and we had him in studio with us, I was asking him about, now that you have money, what is it like? And he said, every day I get pitched probably 8 different things. And I remember we were talking about some of the crazier things he was getting pitched. And he was looking at it seriously. And I said, he realized the key thing is having people you trust that have good business acumen. And it sounds like somebody led him in the right direction. And
yeah, Celsius seems to have done very well for itself.
right, absolutely. Because, that's it. You look at Vanilla Ice, he was very smart with his money, too. Put it in the right places. And
Yeah, well, he also turned it into something like a whole different career with that show.
But how many people have made bad investments?
True.
And that's what's so sad. You have people that made over $200 million in their career and they have nothing now.
What was it? Was it Hulk Hogan? Was it pudding or
There's a ton of them. Well, you had
Stallone pudding?
MC Hammer had his thing where he lost all his money, doing stuff. And a lot of times it's not even just a bad investment. Sometimes they just can't stop saying no to family that is like, I need money for this. And, they turn into my dad and they're handing it out to everybody.
That I think that happens
a
lot, even probably more than the bad investment.
Well, they think the money's never going to run out. And then just one day, the flow stops. Like you don't make any more money. Or it gets sold, or you sold your rights to your catalog or whatever, and it's just gone. And then that's it. So good for him. So happy for... all he has to do is just hang out and go to Miami Heat games.
It's interesting. I mean, I wonder how that whole deal took place. I wonder how involved he was, and then did they try to screw him, or like what happened? Yeah,
I don't know why they had the breakup that they did. Who knows? That I don't know. It'd be interesting to maybe get him back on. I don't know how much you could say about it because it's legally binding, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
You may not be able to talk about it, but it would be interesting to talk to him about just the Celsius stuff and the investments and where he is and what's going on. Because, he was always a nice guy. We had several events with him, and I'm glad that he's got a nice payday. Dude's set for life, man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's generational kind of wealth there.
Amen.
So good for him. All right, y'all, have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves, whatever you do. A lot of stuff going on. We're back here counting down to the end of the year. We started on Monday with you right here on the KVJ Show. Goodbye.